Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today we're gonna have a Louis Vuitton collection, my whole collection as of 2022. This is the most current one. I have had a couple of items that I've sold recently in the past, and I don't think we're gonna go over those today. That might be in a separate video. But for today we're gonna focus on mainly the ones that I have currently, and it's not going to be a really long video, I don't think, because I don't really have a ton, and I will try to go over them as quickly as I can, maybe give a little bit of information about it, but it's not going to be an in-depth review like a review. So it's just basically a video about the whole collection in general. So if you like this kind of video, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and then click that notification bell so that whenever I upload new videos, you guys can be notified. And let's get started. So first thing that I want to talk about is actually my SLGs. And this one in particular is actually the Louis Vuitton key pouch, I think they call it. I think key clay or key pouch, but I have one in Damier Ebene and then one in Damier Graphite. So I was actually looking into getting the third one, which is the Damier Azur. However, I think that print has been discontinued. I'm not entirely sure. I have asked my sales associates from from Hawaii, from California, from Atlanta, in Georgia, and they all said that they haven't seen it, and so it's very possible that that color has been discontinued, which is a bummer because I would like to complete the trifecta. I do use this little guy a lot. Even though it's tiny, it actually packs a punch. So you can use this for a lot of things. I mainly use it for cards. I don't really carry coins a lot anymore, but if I have cash or receipts, you can easily fit them in here, and you can fit a ton of like cards inside. So it's just, there's no pocket inside. It's just a big one compartment slot, and it has a D-ring that you can definitely attach to anything. Like you can attach it to your belt loop, you can attach it to your purse if there's an attachment that you can use it for, but it's just a little really handy thing. So this one comes with the gold hardware, and the Damier Graphite actually comes in, it's not silver, I don't think. It's more of that darker, like, I think, I can't tell if it's silver or not. I think it is. Yeah, can you see that? But same thing. So just open that, attach it, and that's the inside. So the inside has that silver writing, and then this one, because it comes in gold, this has the, well, I guess it was never gold. It had that dark, like dark red on it. This one is made in France. I got this one super pretty early on, like a few years back, and this one is the one that I just got recently from our recent trip to Hawaii. Okay, so the next one is this guy right here, and this is just a flat card holder in the reverse monogram. Okay, and it has 1, 2, 3 compartments, and this particular one is made in France. I don't know if you guys can see that, and that writing is in gold. So I haven't actually had a chance to use this a lot. However, when I think I've only used it like a couple times, and I really like it because it's very handy. It's super flat, as you can see, so it can easily fit in your little purse. So if you have the smaller purses, it can easily fit in there. Sometimes if you don't want to bring anything at all, this is gonna easily fit in your jacket pocket or your pants pocket if you have like a big pocket. But you can easily fit up to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 4 cards for sure. You might be even able to like put 2 on each slot, so that will give you 6, and then you know you can fold in some cash and receipts, and you'll also fit in there. So just little tiny guy, but holds a lot too. Okay. All right. So the next one is, I actually don't have a lot of like long wallets. This is probably as now, this is the only long wallet that I have, and I'm actually trying to get rid of it too because I don't really use a ton of card anymore. I mean, I have cards, but they all fit in the smaller one, and I am now gravitating towards smaller purses, so I really don't have any more needs for like long wallets. But this one right here is the Clemence wallet in Damier Ebene with the cherry interior. This is also something that I've gotten a long time ago, maybe like 2017, I want to say. And so that's the inside. This one has a ton of compartments. So you have a big slit pocket right here, and then 4 card compartments right there, a big one on this side, and then same thing with this side right here. Okay, and then of course you have the big compartment in the middle. Outside is canvas, as you guys already know. Anything that has the print is going to be canvas, and then on the inside, which is the red part, is going to be your leather, and I believe the brown part here is leather too. I really like this a lot. Before, when I was still using a ton of cards, or when I needed something huge, because you can fit it. I think at one point I even fit my iPhone 5 or maybe 6. I think it was, did I have a 6? I think I did. I like iPhone 6 or 5, but it's like one of those skinny ones, and you can definitely put it in here. And so even though you can put a lot of stuff, it doesn't really bulk up. It doesn't become too wide on the side or too fat. So I like it a lot that way. However, because I really don't use a ton of, I don't really need a ton of space anymore. I'm trying to get rid of this one, but this is a really good one to have. I mean, this is a couple years old, but it's still in pristine condition, as you can tell. There's no smell that I can smell. Smells like leather, actually. It smells like new. And no stickiness, no scratches that I can see. So really like this one, but I really don't have a need for it anymore. Still good though. Next is going to be my 6-ring key holder. So I currently have my key fob in here, and then it's got like 2 keys, but it's got some 6 key holder. That's why it's called 6-ring key holder. You can see there's a little bit of wear right here, because I've had this for a while too. I think I had it since 2017, and I've used it every day, and it has done a really good job holding up. Like, I don't really baby my items, but then at the same time, I'm not very rough with them. So I'm just actually looking at it, and you can see a little bit of, I don't know if it's going to show in the video, but probably not, huh? A little bit of cracking on the glazing, but this is also something that I've used every single day for the past 5 years. So this one in particular is a made in France piece. Okay, and this one has a slot compartment, cards that you can put your cards, your driver's license. So for the longest time, when I actually was using this, I still do use this, but I don't really put my license in there anymore. But there was a time when all I used was actually this one, and I didn't really have to carry a wallet, because I could put at least like 4 cards in here, like 4 credit cards, so driver's license and 3 credit cards comfortably. No, I don't. I just have my Tesla cards in there, but I like it a lot better compared to, I think, the Chanel one, because this one actually, the slot is attached on the bottom. So I think the one from Chanel is like, it's a flap. So you can't, I mean, you can put something in there, but I feel like it's not a big deal. So this one right here, 6-ring key holder, and monogram with a brown interior. Okay, so next one is this one right here, monogram passport holder with the brown interior. And this one in particular, I actually had it hot stamped. And this one is made in France. Has a couple of compartments. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 card slot compartments right here on top, and then a big compartment right here. And then you can, put your passport here. I like this a lot. I got this back in 2019. I use it every time I fly, but because I don't really, I don't fly very often, like within a year, it's still really in pristine condition. It smells really good still. So it smells like it's almost like brand new. Okay, so my next one is the mini pochette in the monogram with the brown interior. I know that with the recent price increase, the price on this one is a lot, like way much. When I got this back in 2017 or 2016, I think this was 2016. So I got it at tail end of 2016. This was $310. And so I'm so glad that I have gotten it. So that has definitely served me well. I used it with a lot of stuff. I use this mainly as a catch-all for my purses. You can definitely use it. I know a lot of people have used it like a mini purse, because you can attach a longer chain on the sides, and then some people use it like a crossbody. I don't use that. I don't use it like that because I don't have the chain to actually use it like that, but I've seen it done before. So just one big compartment on the inside. This is not a washable interior, not a wipeable interior. So you just have to be careful about what you put in there. Make sure that it doesn't spill, because it's going to be a little bit harder to clean if that happens. But yeah, this has held up so well. This particular piece is a made in France, and you can see that pretty good patina, because I have used it a lot, but still pretty good. No cracking, not even on the sides whatsoever. So I really like this little guy. Probably will never part with it, because I probably won't be able to purchase it again if I do. Okay, so the next one is the pochette accessoire. This one is in Damier Azur. So I was actually looking for the monogram version of this, and I got this recently, I think a few months back, so maybe tail end of 2021, and it was actually my brother who found it. He went to Vancouver, and so he asked me if there's anything that I want, and he happened to be in the store, and I asked him, "Can you just ask them if they have the pochette accessoire?" Because it was sold out in the United States, and it wasn't like nothing online, and I was stalking the website for a long time, and then they happened to have one, and I think when he told me this was the only one that they have within the entire North America. I think there was one in New York, but I wasn't going to go to New York, so I told him to just get it. And this is actually the only Damier Azur piece that I have at the moment, and I like it. I wish I had more of these. I'm very careful about color transfers. I really don't like it when my items get like color transfer. Not that I've had them before, but I know people have had those issues, especially with this one being very light. This one I've only used a couple of times and I really, really like it. So this particular one, you can see the vachetta, the patina is actually not really anything because it's new. It's still pretty new. This one is made in Spain. This one also comes with a little like this, and so I store it. Oh, okay. I start with this air paper, and I store a lot of my products with air paper to keep the shape. So this is what it looks like on the inside. This is not a wipeable interior. I don't know if they've ever had it where it's wipeable. For some reason, when I was watching YouTube videos few years back, I think it was wipeable, but I could be wrong. So one big compartment, the beige interior, and then one little pocket right there, and there's nothing inside. This is also the time when they started removing the date codes on their items, so you can't really find the date codes anymore, but supposedly there's microchip inside. So this guy right here, you attach to this or this. I can't remember. I have to look it up. But it comes with this one, and then you can use this as a shoulder purse, shoulder bag, little shoulder bag. This kind of reminds me of the re-edition, the Prada re-edition. I've never seen that one in person. I've always wanted to, but I don't know if I'm actually gonna get it. It kind of gives me it's like a throwback bag. I don't know. It's pretty cool. But this one I like a lot because it can fit a ton. So I have the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which is the biggest one, and it fits comfortably here. I like this a lot because if I am to use this, I don't really need to bring any other purse because everything fits in here. So usually if I use this one, I would have my phone in here and my phone will fit just fine. And then I can use either this guy right here and put it in there and it fits well. And then I can just put this whole entire bag in my daughter's backpack, or her baby bag, basically. So I don't have to carry in extra stuff, just to be a little more hands-free. But overall, this has served me well. I haven't used it a ton, but I really, really like it. So yep, cachette accessoire. And I think the price increase in this one is ridiculous. Back in the day when it was something that I know existed, like when I bought my mini pochette, my mini pochette was like 310, I think it was, this one was like 400 something, and I was like, oh, I don't need a big one. So now it's like 1,200 something. It's just ridiculous, but I really like this piece. I don't think I will probably do it. Okay, next one is the Cosmetic Pouch in Monogram. I have a ton of Monogram actually. I don't know why, it just happened to be like that. I wouldn't mind getting a little bit more dummy bin piece in my collection, but I don't really have a need for one right now. So this one we got in Spain when we went to Spain a few years back. And so this is just a one big canvas also. The sides. Then the zipper's okay. And that's that. Inside, one interior pocket and one big pocket. This one is wipeable, so I think it's because it's a cosmetic pouch. You can actually wipe the line. It's a wipeable lining, which is good. This one, even though it's old, I have used it a ton, but there's no sticky residue or anything like that. And again, I'm very careful about what I put in here. I have put sanitizers in here, but I always make sure that they're closed before I put them in here. So I was actually debating between this one and the Toiletry 15 before I got this. However, the Toiletry 15, when I was looking for it, it wasn't available. So I ended up going for this one. Have I used this a ton? I have, but I think it's because of the way that it's like shaped. It's like triangle. So you can put a ton of stuff on the bottom, but you have to be careful. Otherwise, it becomes like wonky as far as like shape, and I don't like it usually when things are like poking out. So you can put a ton of stuff, but you have to be careful as far as like how you lay out things inside. This particular piece is a made in France, and I don't know exactly what happened, but now I see that there's a light water stain maybe on the inside. Kind of a bummer, but that's what it is. Yeah, no stickiness, no smell. So there's that. Okay, so I think that's all I have as far as small leather goods, and we can definitely move on to the purses. I don't have a ton, so let's go around. So this one right here is my Monogram in favorite MM in Monogram with the burgundy interior, though I was gonna say brown, but burgundy interior. This one has since been discontinued, but it's probably one of my favorite piece when I got it. It's pretty much, it's very similar to actually the Pochette Accessoire, only this one is a little bit bigger. Not too much of a difference, huh? But this one is a favorite MM in Monogram, and this one comes with this right here and this little bag, so you can definitely dress it up a little bit more if you want to use that chain. But the leather strap you can attach on both sides, and this can be a crossbody or a shoulder. And oops. On the inside, big compartment, and then one compartment on the back side. And this particular piece is a made in France piece. You can put a ton of stuff in here. I haven't used it in a while, but you can easily fit comfortably, like your big phone. So my iPhone 13 Pro Max will fit just fine, and I can probably even put my that's cute. My mini pochette right there, pretty good. And then it can easily fit one of the key clay comfortably. And it is to close just fine. And there's a ton of room for a lot of stuff. And I can probably even put my yeah, it will fit. It looks tiny, but it definitely packs a punch. So one of my favorites, hence the name, favorite MM. So sad they discontinued it, but at least I got it before they discontinued it. So pretty happy with that. Probably also another piece that I will not ever let go, although it has been a while since I've actually used it. Okay. MM and Monogram. All right, next is going to be my Speedy B25, and I have it in both the Monogram and the Dame Eben. I got the Dame Eben. I think actually this is my very first luxury piece, like ever. I got it back in 2016 for my birthday. And the leather is not leather. The canvas is actually really, really good. It's actually thick. The shape is still really good. And this is back in the day when they still make the leather on the Speedies. Like you see how that's kind of like a shiny leather. I think now the new ones, or at least the current ones, they don't make them in that shiny leather. But this one is a shiny leather. And so this particular piece, I believe, is a made in France. And they can see some, what do you call this? The hardware. But I haven't actually tried to clean it with a cloth cleaner that I have. But from what I heard, you can easily clean it, no problem. So this one in particular Your interior, the opening is a little bit small, so you have to be kind of like careful about, you know, taking things out, otherwise it's good. And it comes with 3 separated handles, or leather handles, so you can connect them. So this one has the little one little pocket on the inside, has some zipper right there. Okay, so this one you can definitely you can wear it crossbody, shoulder bag, or a long shoulder bag, or a short shoulder bag, because you can play around with the straps. And so this one right here is the same thing. So this one definitely, I got it a little bit after, and this particular piece I actually got from Spain when we were traveling a few years back. And this leather on this one, I'm not sure. The leather is definitely patinaed. I don't know if that's actually a term. This one is a made in France piece also, but patina on the leather, you can see that. The canvas on this particular one is really soft. It's super pliable. So, okay. And then this one has the brown interior. With one pocket compartment right there. Teeny tiny. You can put some stuff in it, but it's not the biggest. Leather is definitely pretty soft. Like, it's super soft. So I know the other one is super stiff. Like this one, I have no problem. As far as like comfort when wearing, I don't really notice any difference. But I don't really put a lot of heavy stuff in my purses anyway, so if you are someone who puts a lot of stuff, you might feel the difference. I don't. Okay, so my Speedy 25. Alright, and next is this guy right here. Probably one of my favorites. This particular one, I got it when we were flying back from Spain, and I actually got it from the France airport, Charles de Gaulle. I think that's how you say it. So I bought the Speedy B because I was like, oh, I wanted to have a souvenir from Spain, and I initially was looking for this one, and we've gone to maybe 3 or 4 Louis Vuitton places in Spain, and none of them has it. Like, oh, it's a really popular one, it's sold out everywhere. So, you know, I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll just go ahead and get a Speedy B because I really like that one too, and I don't have it in Monogram. So I said, okay, I'm Monogram. And then we had a layover in France, and then there was Louis Vuitton. So I went in and checked, and lo and behold, I got this one. I found it, and so I was like, I'll get that. And this in particular, I got it when I think there was a lot of issues with, or I think I got it after they actually fixed the canvas and glazing issues with a lot of their pochette métis. What did I call it? Oh, it's pochette métis. This is pochette métis in Monogram. It had a lot of problems before, as far as like glazing issues, cracking, things like that. But this one, when I got it and inspected it, it's perfect. And so I was like, I'm gonna get that. And I've had it since then. Probably one of the things that I probably will never also let go from my collection. This will stay with me forever. The fact that it also came in France is just special. So, open so. And then it has a microfiber interior, and so it has 3 interior, although this one I don't really use the one on the very back because it's very small. I mean, you can put something in there, but I don't really put anything. So a big compartment in the middle, and then another big compartment on the front, and then you have this back pocket, separate back pocket. It's also microfiber. And the date code is actually on that mat. I can't tell what it is, but this particular one has a canvas strap and that you can attach on both sides. And so this is also one of those, it's very similar to the Speedy one where you have to attach it. I like it a lot because you can play around with the length of the strap. So good news for us short people or tall people. You know, it's not, you're not locked into just one piece or one size of strap. And I really like the hardware in this one because it's still really, really shiny. I don't see a lot of, there's that word again. I don't see a lot of changes in the hardware itself. I will remember that word. If I will insert the word, the tip of my tongue. So, yep, and you can actually use the strap with this if you don't want to use the leather strap that it came with. The leather strap with a favorite MM is pretty thin. I don't have any issues with the comfort because I don't really feel it to the brim. But if you have tried it where I use it with this one and it's pretty comfortable. Pochette Matisse in Monogram. Okay, and then last purse is going to be this one right here. This is the most recent addition to my collection. If you guys have already seen the very first video that I uploaded in my YouTube channel, is the unboxing of this one and another item that I don't have anymore. I've been using this mainly as a work bag, and I really, really like it because it's got a ton of, not compartment, it's a ton of, like, it's a huge one. It's Neverfull, right? So Neverfull and Damier Ebene with cherry interior, and it has that little pouch. I don't really use the pouch for work. You can, I just don't have the need for it. And this one, I normally have a organizer that I put inside, so it keeps its shape a little bit better, and I can put a lot of stuff on it more. So far, no complaints with this. I mean, it is Neverfull. Everyone knows about the Neverfull. The strap is still pretty stiff, but I actually like it like that. I like that it stands like that. I haven't tried to store it, and so I don't know if that's going to be okay, because normally when I had my other Neverfull before, I had it in Monogram, I sold that one. But when I used to store that, I would fold the strap like so. And because that one was really pliable, I didn't have any issue. For this one, I'm not sure if that's going to be a problem. But I actually like that it's pretty stiff because it can stand on its own. But yeah, the Neverfull in the MM size. So far, so good. Okay, so the last two things that I have is actually going to be travel items. So, got the Keepall in size 45, and this one is in Monogram Eclipse. It's hot stamp. This particular piece is, I believe it's made in the USA. So I got this one in Beverly Hills when we were visiting my family in LA. And it's a really good weekender bag. My husband has used it a ton since he's gotten it, so he really, really likes it. This one also, it comes with the strap. It's a leather strap, pretty substantial strap actually, and it's very similar to how the Speedy B strap is, where you can detach it and you can play around with the length of the strap. And it comes in the darker hardware. Gosh, I can't remember. I don't know that. I'm losing words today, guys. I apologize, but it's not silver. It's a darker color. Matches the purse itself. Matches the bag itself. So it has a big compartment, it has one compartment on the inside. This one. And it's a pretty big pocket. You can definitely put a ton of stuff in there. Okay, so there's that. And then the other one is going to be similar but different, because this is still Speedy. This is a Keepall 50, size 50 in the reverse Monogram Eclipse, I believe. So this one we got when we went to Hawaii. This particular piece is actually made in Italy, so it's fun. I had that. So when we went to Hawaii, we saw this and we're like, "Ooh, that's cool." So we had it hot stamp, the Hawaiian. I think it's limited, not limited edition. That's you can only get that hot stamp in Hawaii, and so depending on the state or the country that you go, sometimes they have different hot stamp that you can only get in that certain place. So it's cool. So similar with the Monogram Eclipse, it has a darker metal. Oh my gosh, I hope I remember the word before I end this video. I don't want to say chrome because that's not right, but it's a darker hardware. Black interior, and then one big pocket on the inside as well. It's really dark. The strap is similar to the 45, where you can still also adjust. The leather on this one is actually pretty soft. So that's that. So this one is a size 50. I believe this is the largest carry-on that you can bring when you are traveling, if you're traveling by plane. But you know, this is a 45 and this is the 50. A little bit of a difference, but when you're trying to fill it up, there's actually a huge difference. Don't really know the current price on this one anymore, but I know that with the recent price increase, almost all of their items have had a price increase. All right, so I think that is pretty much it. If you have any questions about any of those things, or if you want a little bit more of an in-depth review, just let me know. But please comment down below, and don't forget to like this video. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.